I want to talk about Robert Pattinson and Robert Pattinson? Twilight. Have you seen any of these movies?
I'm so team Edward.
I don't even know what that means.
Or are you team Jacob?
Who's Jacob?
Is
he the wolf boy?
He's the wolf one.
Okay.
There you go. You see, you are hip. You know this stuff.
I think through things that have made fun of it, I must be, slightly familiar with it. I won't admit it any further than that. I haven't seen any of them.
I have not read the books. I have not.
Oh, wait, have you read the books?
No, I actually
That
didn't.
would be embarrassing.
My brother did, and he really enjoyed them.
Is he a 12-year-old girl?
He was at the time.
It's 2020, man. He could have, changed his gender.
Exactly.
So Robert Pattinson is the guy who plays the lead role, or there's the Bella girl, and he plays Edward, who's a vampire, sparkly vampire. I don't really care about any of this stuff. All I care about is the fact that he seems to be a bit of a legend. This is from ages ago. I just remember seeing this when it first came out, and it was so cool. Let's just open that YouTube video. And let's just watch it. I mean, we probably might get a copyright hit by this, but I don't care. It's too entertaining. Voila. Okay, so this guy.
Thank you very much.
I was thinking during the introduction when I was a kid, and that's a long time ago. But
just pause it a sec.
Kids might.
What for Elephants? That was a good movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, really nice. No,
but he's doing an interview for. Shit.
Oh, Simon!
God damn it!
Rookie error. Oh, okay.
Okay, I got to make a sign for myself because I failed at that twice now.
I was so disappointed of myself that one time.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm glad that your tally is now better than mine.
Yeah, no, I've done
bigger
it
than mine.
God damn it.
Oh, right.
So anyway, he's being interviewed. Robert Pattinson is being interviewed on the Today Show or something. Fairly Today.com, I guess, the Today Show, whatever.
Today Show.
It's like a big American TV show.
Yeah.
Let's watch.
Okay.
Boys my age, they wanted to be baseball players or they wanted to run away and join the circus. This is a very different time. Did you have any of those dreams as a kid?
Running away and joining the circus? No, the first time I went to a circus, somebody died. One of the clowns died.
All right, I'm not letting that go. How did the clown die?
His little car exploded. The joke car exploded on him.
You're being serious about this,
seriously.
Yeah? So did that kind of ruin the circus for you?
It was. Like, my parents had to, everybody ran out. It was terrifying.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's pretty intense, right? Now open up the second link in the document.
I always wanted to run away with the circus.
All right. Maybe a bit to unpack there, Sam.
All right, here we go.
We'll save that for another day. So load this up.
I know your first impression you got of the circus wasn't the most romantic, exciting one. You said it was kind of a devastating experience. What happened?
I said this thing, but I actually made the whole thing up.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Now it's coming back to haunt me. I said on some show, it was really early in the morning, and it was the day after the New York premiere, and someone asked me what my experience at the circus was, and I was like, oh God, I have nothing interesting to say. I was like, the first time I went to the circus, the clown died.
God, that takes balls.
Yeah, but just because he's bored, essentially.
Yeah.
He's just bored. He's like, and I read a write-up about this, and it was kind of like, yeah, when you're young and, super successful movie star, you just kind of get in your mind that you could do whatever you want, and there's not really any repercussions. And here is a perfect example. He's being quizzed. He's on some stage here. It seems very serious. Like, everyone's smartly dressed, and he's just being asked about this thing he did, and he's like, no, I just lied. It's cool, right?
I made that up. Yeah, that takes balls.
I'm like, what a legend.
Like, I get a bit camera shy, like, when I know no one else is here. Like, that's when you know you're live in front of
but this is
20 million people or whatever it is, and you come up with a story like that. Somebody died while their little car blew up. That is beautiful.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because, I don't know, I've done a few small interviews, and you do get these people who ask just like dumb questions. And I'm like, kind of, you could just make it up. No one would ever know. It's kind of funny. And if it ever comes back to you, just say that you made it up, but it's like just a joke. What were we joking about in the last episode? It's performance art.
Performance art. Yeah, no, true. I'll tell you who's really good at that, and you won't know who he is, but it's Louis Capaldi, the Scottish singer that sang that massive hit, that exploded all over the world. Someone
I would
you
walk
loved.
500 miles.
No.
That's the Proclaimers.
That was the 80s.
Is that somebody that you used to know?
No, almost. So close. You almost got it. It was the kind of someone you love.
No, I don't know that one.
And then the day bleeds.
No,
That one. No.
don't know.
All right, but he's hilarious, and he does this all the time. He just comes out with these stories, and you're like,
I love it. I
mate,
love it.
Takes balls. Takes
It
balls.
does. The screen's recording on that thing, right? I know I have my moment of panic.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, I had my moment of panic, and I checked it, and it wasn't, and so I clicked it.
Yeah. You've got advantage because you've got all the technical stuff, and then I was like, oh no, I want to see I want to see Pattinson on the Today Show. It's so good. Anyway, so I dug a little deeper into Mr. Pattinson and the sort of shit that he gets up to. Dude, open up the third video there. So he does it. I feel like his biggest role has been the Twilight movies. He talks so much shit about it. It's unreal.
Really?
Like in interviews, because you'd think surely, your lead in a big movie, just pause it.
What?
So you'd think that if you're the lead in a big movie, right, you've got to say good things about it. Right?
I don't know.
Because
some
like
people
contractually
hate
or
their
something, or
experience.
it's like, got to go and do this or go and do that. But anyway.
Until it's finished, I suppose.
Right. Oh yeah, but this is when a
Was he
new movie
filming?
comes
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it's true.
No one's interviewing about Twilight 10 years later. No one cares. Anyway.
All right, here we go.
Experience turn
Every
out to
moment of
be
this
what
is
you
gold.
expected.
Just skip.
When I read it, it seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published.
It was so long.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And we were shooting it forever.
If Edward was not a fictional character, and you just met him in reality, he's one of those guys who'd be like an axe murderer.
When you put it in
It's so good.
Do you know a great story about him is that he used to when he started auditioning as an Englishman.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, is he American in Twilight?
Yes, in Twilight he's American, and in a lot of the films, like the one about elephants, Water for Elephants, he's American, and he basically. He always used to have to audition in an American accent, and so they were really scrutinous of the American accent.
Okay.
And so he started just going, "Yeah, I'm Robert Pattinson from Denver, Colorado,"
okay.
and he just put on this accent,
So people wouldn't.
and people just didn't ask him; they just assumed he was American.
When Hugh Laurie was auditioning for House MD, he, the director or the casting director, whoever casts people, was like, "I don't want to see any more Brits. The accents are never good enough. I don't want to audition any more Brits. We're just looking at Americans." He sees Hugh Laurie's tape and he's like, "That's our guy." Didn't know he was British.
That's the American that we
yeah,
need.
yeah, that's the American for our story.
Well, I don't know if this is wrong to say. I don't think Americans can do English accents very well. I know the select people can.
They can,
like,
of course some
they
can.
but they're all sort of like stage actors. They're all real actors.
And also the problem is English accents. What is an English accent?
True.
There's so many. I mean,
even between you and I, we've
similar parts of similar parts of the country,
Roughly,
similar
yeah.
backgrounds. Yeah.
No, true. I suppose, and that's the same with American though. However, it's.
I don't think it's quite as diverse.
Maybe not.
And
There's funny little twang. Do you know what I love? I love when little kids can't say their R's. There's an amazing video of a kid saying something funny, and he can't say the word turkey. He can't do the American R, and so he says,
how's the turkey?
So turkey. And he can't
turkey.
say turkey, so he says turkey. And all the American kids and anyone that has a problem with the R,
what's the difference?
says a W.
Is there a big difference between an R in British and American?
Yeah, so we do a R, a downwards R, and they do a
turkey.
And,
oh yeah, it's
you put your tongue like up to the roof of your
Yeah,
mouth,
you
and
do.
you have to squeeze all the air out to the sides.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's the reason the R is only used in American English. It's not used in any other language in the world. I'm almost 100% sure that's true.
There you go.
Because it would just sound like speaking American in a funny accent.
I want to go back to Robert Pattinson because this is far too educational.
Sorry,
dude, don't play this. I mean, just play a little bit more. It's so good.
Facts out. He tells her I'd killed 40 or 50 people, and he's like, "You really shouldn't." And I want to kill you so much every single day.
So just pause this. Go right to the end. Go to like the last 10%. A bit before that. Yeah. Click. Oh no. Later. Okay. Try here.
all right, here we go.
The end is absolutely amazing.
Think of anything.
Oh yeah, so he's saying I can't think of anything good about the movies.
SK2 face packs.
It's just
millions of Twilight fans out there just cannot wait to see this. It's very almost heartbreaking because they don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
It's a little bittersweet, isn't it? For them. Yeah.
So he's just being interviewed on Jimmy Fallon, and the guy
Nothing
Fallon's
good
like,
to say about it.
no, just isn't it sad it's ending? Yeah, for the fans. And there's another bit in there where he's talking about, and so how do you feel? But the pay was good at least, and he's like, could have been better. It's like incredible. What an absolute legend.
Well, I think
I like that I like anyone who just doesn't give a shit.
Well, you see, I think he's quite happy actually. I think now because he did Twilight, he sold out, did Twilight, like did the big commercial crap film.
It's like John Cusack. He does these big commercial hits, and then he does like little indie films for like 10 years.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he's doing. And I think he really enjoys all the sort of actor scene. You know, he's
it's
a
cool.
real actor.
I bet he is.